16. Louise Brooks. Louise Brooks wasn't just a film icon. Her bold life choices made her a legend, both on and off screen. Louise Brooks was an American actor, dancer, model, showgirl, and silent film actress. Noted for popularizing the bobbed haircut, Brooks is best known as the lead in 3 feature films made in Europe, including 2 G.W. Pabst films, Pandora's Box, Diary of a Lost Girl, and Pre-Debute, Miss Europe. The woman who popularized a haircut was first to admit she was a sexually liberated woman, not afraid to experiment, even posing nude for art photography. Liaisons with many film people were legendary. She cultivated friendships with lesbian and bisexual women and enjoyed fostering speculation about her sexuality. Brooks considered herself neither lesbian nor bisexual, though she did admit to some lesbian dalliances, including a one-night stand with Greta Garbo, whom she later described as masculine but a charming and tender lover. Number 15. Cesar Romero. Behind his charming smile and suave persona, Cesar Romero kept a secret about his personal life that few knew about. Tall, dark, and handsome are 3 words used to describe this Cuban-American actor. Besides regularly playing the role of a Latin lover, Romero also played the Joker in the original Batman TV series. Multiple pictures placed him out and about with beautiful women regularly. Though not as public, his involvement with the opposite sex was not quite a secret. According to reporter Bose Hadley, Romero enjoyed a wide-ranging gay sex life, and he also claimed that Romero had sex with Desi Arnaz from I Love Lucy and was in a relationship with actor Tyrone Power. Number 14. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power was one of the most handsome leading men of his time, but the truth about his romantic life has only recently surfaced. Tyrone Power was tall, dark, and handsome, and he typically starred in swashbuckler roles. Some of the popular films he appeared in were Marie Antoinette, The Mark of Zorro, The Black Swan, Blood and Sand, Witness for the Prosecution, Prince of Foxes, The Black Rose, Captain from Castile, and Nightmare Alley. He was married twice to French actress Annabella and Mexican actress Linda Christian. Hollywood's resident pimp, Scotty Bowers, has much to say about most of the actors and actresses in the golden era, and this is what he had to say about Tyrone Power. Women swooned over him, and he bedded quite a few of them, but he much preferred men. He also claimed that he and Ty would get up to quite a few sexual shenanigans together. Cesar Romero confirmed that the twice-married actor was bisexual.
Mr. Nightingale has already checked out. You checked out? Yes.
Number 13. Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming continues to break barriers in Hollywood, but his boldness in living openly bisexual is what makes him truly stand out. Scottish actor Alan Cumming, who is bisexual, is also one of the pioneering LGBTQ actors knocking down prejudice against gay people in Hollywood. Cumming began his career in the 80s and came to the United States in the late 90s for his cabaret role on Broadway. Stage to the screens, Cumming had conquered the world of acting with prestigious gongs like an Oliver Award, 2 Tonys, and an Emmy to show for it. He has been married twice, first to a woman, actress Hilary Lyon, and then to a man, his current husband, Grant Schaefer. Speaking on his sexuality, Cumming said, "It's never been black and white. I've always been gray. I'm with a man, but I haven't closed myself off to the fact that I'm still sexually attracted to women," he said. Number 12. Brenda Bennett. Brenda Bennett's tragic life was filled with both heartache and love, with relationships that defied expectations. Brenda Bennett was best known for her roles on the soap operas The Young Marrieds and Days of Our Lives. She was also featured in an episode of Hogan's Heroes in 1970. She married and divorced actor Paul Peterson. She began a relationship with Bill Bixby and moved in with him in 1969, and they married in 1971. By the late 70s, however, they were divorced. After divorcing Bill Bixby, she reunited with former girlfriend Tammy Bruce, conservative pundit and openly gay radio talk show host.
Vessel with the pestle.
Yes, but you don't want the vessel with the pestle. You want the chalice from the palace.
Number 11. Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye was a beloved entertainer, but rumors of his affair with Laurence Olivier have cast a shadow on his legacy. Danny Kaye starred in 23 films, notably Wonder Man in 1945, The Kid from Brooklyn, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, The Inspector General, Hans Christian Andersen, White Christmas, and The Court Jester. His films were popular, especially for his performances of patter songs and favorites such as Inchworm and The Ugly Duckling. He was married to Sylvia Fine, an American composer, lyricist, and producer. Unfortunately, the union was short-lived after an alleged affair between Danny and renowned actress Eve Arden. The couple separated in September 1947. Several months later, the two reunited and remarried until Danny's demise in 1987. There were rumors that Danny Kaye was Laurence Olivier's lover. He gave Olivier infantile nicknames, Lally or Lala. After he returned to Hollywood in 1949, the Oliviers arrived for their own film projects. He showed up unannounced at the house they had rented next door to him, got himself invited to any function where the Oliviers were expected, threw them parties of his own, and traveled with Olivier to Noel Coward's Caribbean home. Olivier wrote a letter to former wife VeLLA in 1961, weakly describing as merely transitory and unimportant the sexual intimacy between himself and Kay. Number 10. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford's public image may have been all glamour and grace, but rumors of her relationships with women persisted. Joan Crawford was a legendary actress of the early 20th century. She appeared in over 80 movies in a career that spanned 50 years, winning an Academy Award for Best Actress in the 1945 Mildred Pierce. Crawford, nicknamed a man-eater, had a voracious appetite for men. Rumors that circulated after her death say she quite fancied women too. Crawford allegedly had affairs with Marilyn Monroe, Martha Raye, Barbara Stanwyck, and Marion Morgan, a little-known actress. Number 9. Vincent Price. Vincent Price's career spanned across multiple genres, but it's the revelations about his bisexuality that have shocked many. Vincent Price was best known for his roles in horror films, but did not limit his appearances to just one genre. Price appeared in more than 100 movies, and has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for films and the other for television. Price married 3 times, to actress Edith Barrett in 1938, Mary Grant in 1949, and Australian actress Coral Brown in 1974. Brown and Price remained married until she died in 1991. He had 2 children, Vincent Barrett Price and his daughter Victoria Price. When Victoria Price came out as a lesbian, Price was supportive of his daughter. He even confided in her that he had had intimate relationships with men. Scotty Bowers claimed he also had sex with Price. Number 8. Judy Holliday. Judy Holliday's brilliant acting career was accompanied by relationships that kept fans and tabloids intrigued. She began her career as part of a nightclub act before working in Broadway plays and musicals. Her success in the 1946 stage production of Born Yesterday as Billy Dawn led to her being cast in the 1950 film version, for which she won an Academy Award for Best Actress and a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, motion picture, musical, or comedy. During the 1940s, Holliday lived with a policewoman, and Darwin Porter's biography of Katharine Hepburn claims that Hepburn had an affair with Holliday. In 1948, Holliday married clarinetist David Oppenheim, who was later a classical music and television producer and academic. The couple had 1 child before they divorced in 1958. She then had a long-term relationship with jazz musician Gary Mulligan, but she never married him. Number 7. Josephine Hutchinson. Josephine Hutchinson's talent was undeniable, but it was her relationships with women that caused quite the stir in the early 20th century. As a child, she studied at Seattle's Cornish School. Josephine made her film debut as an extra in the 1917 film The Little Princess. Her mother was actress Leona Roberts. Josephine married stage director Robert W. Bell in 1924. She appeared in several hit Broadway shows, including The Birdcage, The Cradle Song, and Twelfth Night. Josephine started a passionate lesbian affair with Eva and left her husband. During their divorce trial in 1930, Robert Bell claimed that Josephine spent all her time with Eva. Press began to refer to her as Eva's shadow. Josephine's romance with Eva lasted for several years, and they remained close friends. Josephine married James F. Townsend, her press agent, in 1935. She was happily married to her husband James until his death in 1970. They never had any children. She married actor Stotts Cotsworth in 1974 and retired from acting.
Well, I'm looking for him. You know where he is?
Number 6. Burt Lancaster. Burt Lancaster's image was all masculinity on screen, but behind the scenes, rumors of his bisexuality ran rampant throughout Hollywood. Throughout his career, Burt Lancaster was rumored to be bisexual. He was married 3 times and had scores of girlfriends, quite a number of whom were his co-stars. Rumors circled around Hollywood for years that he was actively bisexual. His love of receiving oral sex was well known, as was his apparent lack of caring who provided it.
You'd rather she didn't marry a poor man?
But I was
You'd want her to have the most wonderful things in the world and to be very
Number
happy.
5. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe's public persona was that of Hollywood's most iconic bombshell, but her private life was a lot more complex. Marilyn Monroe, born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1st, 1926, was an American actress, model, and singer. She died of a drug overdose at the age of 36. Cast as the stereotypical blonde in movies like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and How to Marry a Millionaire, she was once the most sought-after leading lady. Monroe was married 3 times. Her second husband, Joe DiMaggio, was a New York Yankee baseball legend. Oliver Winchell claimed that DiMaggio told him they divorced because Monroe preferred women. Monroe reportedly had affairs with her fellow actresses Barbara Stanwyck, Marlene Dietrich, Elizabeth Taylor, and Joan Crawford. Allegedly slept with her 2 acting tutors, Paula Strasberg and Natasha Leitis. Breakup with Leitis was brutal, and Monroe refused to take any of her calls. Speaking about their relationship, Leitis said, "He exploited those feelings as only a beautiful younger person can."
I was going someplace. I was going into a lifeboat. What is this?
Number 4.
Are you?
Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead was as infamous for her personal life as she was for her career. Her outrageous personality made her the talk of the town. Tallulah Bankhead was an American screen and stage actress known for her husky voice, outrageous personality, and sharp wit. Primarily an actress of the stage, Bankhead also starred in Alfred Hitchcock's Lifeboat in 1944 and had a brief but successful career on radio. She later made appearances on television as well. Quite a bit of speculation about Bankhead's many lovers. This list includes Billie Holiday, Marlene Dietrich, and Anthony de Bossardi. She is quoted saying, "I don't know what I am, darling. I've tried several varieties of sex. Going down on a woman gives me a stiff neck. Going down on a man gives me lockjaw. And conventional sex gives me claustrophobia." Bankhead never publicly described herself as being bi. She did, however, describe herself as ambisextrous. Number 3, Vincente Minnelli. This legendary Hollywood director's career was as colorful as his personal life, which was filled with rumors of bisexuality. Vincente Minnelli is widely known for directing spectacular theatrical and cinematic musicals, comedies, and melodramas, as well as fathering Liza Minnelli with the equally talented Judy Garland, who he met on set for Strike Up the Band in 1940, and fell in love with on set for Meet Me in St. Louis in 1944. 4 times married with 2 children, he is a striking and deeply contented second legacy, one debatably as a closeted gay man or bisexual. Number 2, Gore Vidal. Gore Vidal was a literary giant, but his open approach to bisexuality made him one of the most progressive figures of his time. Gore Vidal isn't typically thought of as an actor, but he did appear in, with honors, Gattaca and other films. He identified as bisexual, although he appeared to only have relationships with men. Al said repeatedly that he believed that everyone is bisexual. He's also very open about the fact that he's had relationships with men and women. His friend, Scotty Bowers, author of Full Service, My Adventures in Hollywood and the Secret Sex Lives of the Stars in 2013, has been very open about the fact that Vidal certainly had many sexual relationships with men.
When are we leaving? I wish I knew. I suppose as soon as Captain Harvey comes.
Number 1, Marlene Dietrich. Marlene Dietrich was a force of nature, both on screen and in her personal life. She lived unapologetically, and her bisexuality was no secret. German actress and cabaret singer Marlene Dietrich was outspoken and open about her sexuality. "I am, at heart, a gentleman," she once said. Dietrich was not afraid to go against the grain. She would regularly wear tuxedos or pants to red carpet events, when it was virtually unheard of for women to wear anything other than a dress. Married to film producer Rudolf Siebert, Dietrich had numerous affairs with men and women. Her daughter reveals in 1992 that her mother had dalliances with men as a way of controlling and manipulating them. Not for pleasure, but her flings with the fairer sex were much more satisfying for her. Film critic Kenneth Tynan remarked, "Dietrich has sex without gender." Dietrich once had a relationship with Greta Garbo that ended so badly that Garbo refused to acknowledge Dietrich's existence for the rest of their lives. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed learning about these Hollywood secrets, smash that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories. Don't miss out. Check out our other videos on Hollywood scandals and hidden histories. See you in the next one.